Hi, I'm Bob Schrupp, physical therapist.
Brad Heineck, physical therapist.
And together we are the most famous physical therapists on the internet.
In our opinion.
We're trying to speak louder today because we're outside and there is some traffic noise, so I hope you can hear us.
It's a beautiful day out, Bob.
Oh, it's wonderful here in Minnesota.
Yes, and we want to talk about back pain and other things that happen in your car and how you can avoid them just by a few simple little changes in your posture and how you do things. So what should we talk about first, getting in the car?
One thing I want, that's a good thing, Brad, to talk about first, but first thing I want to mention is that a lot of people don't realize your car is a source of a lot of back pain.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially if you're driving long distances, when you're putting your back in that rounded out position for a prolonged period of time, that's probably harder on your back than going out and lifting wood or chopping wood. I mean, it's just put your back in a terrible position, and that's where back injuries tend to happen, or make your back prepared for an injury.
Irritated.
I guess. Irritated.
Why
don't we? There's a correct way for getting in and out of the car without hurting your back, and also if you're having back pain, it'll feel a lot better on your back.
Right. Okay. So getting into the car, the normal way people get in is you put your foot in first and you get in and you go like that. That's fine and dandy, but if you've got back pain, you're going to back into the car like this. Now I've got a floorboard here, a kickboard I got to work around. I'm going to use that to my advantage, and I'm going to get in, get my seat in. Once I'm seated, bring my legs in and turn everything together at once. So my back isn't twisting or bending. It's absolutely a minimum. So again, it's here. Keep straight like you got that cast on your back. Watch your head. There, everything goes together and you're in position. Now once you're in position, Bob talked about that rounded back. A lot of cars do not offer good lumbar support, and you sit low in the car and your back slouches out like it is here. You may not be able to see it, but it is. Okay? Now, if you've got a car that has all the adjustments on it, this one it works real nice. It's all electric. A lot of cars don't have this, but if you do, you should know how to use them. Okay? Now this one, the seat's tilting back. You see how that's going back? That is where you do not want to be to put your back in a good position. Go this way so the seat pan is tilted forward as far as it'll go. That's number one. Okay, the next one, and this one is the lumbar support, which is right here. And this one's electric, and when you're sitting in it, you can't see it very well, but when you sit, you can easily feel the lumbar support come out and push into your back. That you typically want to have out as far as it'll go. It's going to depend on how it feels.
Yeah,
now,
can I make a point about that, Brad?
I'm talking.
Hi, Brad.
All right, go on.
Well, generally what we have found is that when you're having back pain, the more support you want. And generally, a lot of times, the bigger supports are the one that you desire. If you're not having back pain, then you may get by with a little bit less.
Sure, you bet.
Do you agree with that, Brad?
Absolutely.
All right.
I was just getting into that, Bob.
You were just getting into it.
Okay, so like Bob was saying, now, when I have this all the way out, and if my back is bothering me, I'll actually add a lumbar support. Now this is one that we have. It's only about 1/2 inch, 3/8 of an inch, or 3/4 of an inch thick, and you can see the shape of it. And I just put that there, and that'll feel good. Now there have been times in this vehicle. This is a McKenzie lumbar support. You can buy these. And they're round and they're nice and soft, and they're made for it. It actually has a strap that you can open up and put around the seat so it stays there. And you'll put that in there. And you're going to adjust it up and down to what feels comfortable for you. Usually it's right around the belt line, okay? And you're going to get right back into there, and that should feel good. It feels like good support. If you do it and it hurts, it's too big probably. Another type, I like this support. This has got a little nozzle here. It's self-inflating, and with this, it's really nice.
That's a McKenzie also, Brad?
Yep. Yep, I believe it is. Yep. The original McKenzie again.
Nancy, maybe you could spell that for them.
Yeah, on the screen.
I mean, on the video.
Yeah, Bob, don't go trying to spell it.
I was going to try it. I think I got it.
Now, can you zoom in on this? Because this is a really nice feature on this support. I really like it. Right now, it's all inflated, and I'll lean up against on it, and it's too much arch. It's arching it back too much. So all I do with my fingers, I just loosen this up, and the air comes out, oh, and I can feel it deflate, and you can stop it just by screwing it in to the right position. Now I'm gonna, so you know what I'm talking about, I'm gonna get all the air out, and you can see how skinny it is here. Now, if you want more in it, you just simply do that, and it self-inflates. As you can see, it's getting thicker. Now, I like this because when I'm in the car, the one thing I don't like about this is if you're driving in it, if you're a bigger person especially, it loses air slowly. Okay, all you need to do is lean forward, let some air in, and come back. It's not always the best thing to do when you're driving though. So that's one disadvantage to this one. If you're a bigger person, 200 plus pounds, it'll happen. If you're a smaller person, it takes more time, it's not a big deal.
Brad, can you recline your seat back
Absolutely,
once
that was
to
my
show-
next point.
Oh, it was. It was just like I read the mind.
Yeah, absolutely. So on this one, I can just recline this way.
And what happens when he's reclined here, you're going to show that? If you recline too much and you lean forward,
yeah,
you might start to round out.
Right,
And that's why
exactly.
we generally don't like it to have it reclined or declined or whatever you would call
Exactly. So we're going to get that up in a position. This is as far as it goes, and that's pretty good for me. I usually go back a little bit. And then, how's that, Bob? We're not going to keep our hands up here, but down in this position.
Yeah,
'cause it
generally,
offers
I mean,
better
they
posture.
recommend 10 and 2, but if you put 10 and 2 after a while, you might actually start to slouch with your
Right.
neck. A little more comfortable would be 8 and 4.
Right. Let's talk about the clock positions on the
Clock
steering
position
wheel.
on the steering wheel.
Okay. Not so much this, but this is better for your posture. Another thing on long trips, get out and walk around. Take a little more breaks if you have back problems. That'll normally help it out tremendously. And also, if you do have features like this, don't leave it in one position for the whole ride. After a half hour, you may change your lumbar support a little bit. Take it out,
Yep.
move the seat forward and back a little bit, but stay within
Yep.
that range of good posture, but still some motion so you're not stuck in one place. And then the other thing is don't speed because you can get tickets doing that. If you're feeling really good, you got good lumbar support, that's been an issue of mine, but that's another story. Is there anything else we want to cover with this, Bob?
I don't think so. I think we got most of it.
Good. Now, I really think that this is also one of those things that relates to the things that we can fix just about anything in the body except,
We can't fix a broken heart.
but we still might be, I think we can get into some of these women's studies classes. We can work on this for another science, what do you think?
I think it's time to cut.
Psych classes.
Cut.